Over the last 7 days, I've been experimenting with a brand new Shopify store, and I've been able to take this store from $0 to $1,000 worth of sales in literally 1 week, and the store is profitable.
Correct.
Now, I want to show you in this video how I was able to achieve this, and I pretty much have broken this down into 3 easy steps, and once you understand the whole process, it's all gonna make a whole bunch of sense to you, and hopefully you'll be able to get these same results. Okay, so the very first thing that I did was find a winning impulse product, okay? Because if your product is trash, no matter what you do, you're not going to get sales. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck is a winning impulse product?
What you talking about, Willis?
Now, this is a product that's in between the price point of around $40 to $100, okay? This is where I think is a sweet spot, because between these ranges, you can still get pretty healthy profit margin as long as your cost of goods isn't super high, but the price is low enough to where people can see it and buy it, and they don't need a lot of consideration, to purchase your product since the price point isn't super high. Now, ideally, you want to find a product that solves a problem immediately or is a highly desirable product. Now, this may take some time and a whole lot of testing. Now, personally, what I did for the product that I found, I tested Instagram ads, and I was running engagement Instagram ads at about $5 a day. Now, you may be wondering, why was I running Instagram ads? Now, I personally found that Instagram is a whole lot harder right now to get engagement versus something like TikTok, and I thought Instagram would be a real world experiment of whether or not people would really rock with the product or not. And so that's what I did. And so the product that got the most engagement running the ads, I decided to test and run with. If you're planning on starting a Shopify store, or you already have a store and you're struggling, I 100% recommend that you download my totally free Shopify guide. I'll link it in the description down below, or it'll be in the first pinned comment, but definitely download it because I've jam-packed this with a lot of value that will definitely help you get more sales quickly. So once I found a product that I was pretty much happy with and felt good about, this is where I went into phase 2, which is actually building out my store. Now, for me, I kept it very, very simple. I recommend when you're building out your store, do not purchase any themes. Just use a free theme. That is more than good enough to get started. For me personally, I like the theme Dawn, and that's what I went with. But there are plenty of free themes that can work for you. Just make sure that you optimize it for mobile and SEO. Now, if you don't know what SEO means, it just means search engine optimization. This just allows you to get free traffic from Google when people search for your product. So that's one of the tinkerings that I did on their website. That's what I really spent the most time on. Now, branding does matter and all these things do matter, but I think when you're testing a product and you don't know if it's gonna work or not, putting all your eggs in the branding and paying all this money for, an upgraded website isn't really gonna move the needle enough to make people wanna purchase. So I don't recommend investing all your time into that, but SEO, making sure that your site is mobile friendly, and it runs efficiently, your checkout process looks good, all that stuff, I think is more worth your time. And that's what I did. And then from there, I made sure that I set up my apps, like my email marketing. So one of my favorite email marketing softwares is Omnisend. If you're not new to my channel, you know that I always talk about Omnisend. So I made sure that I set up that. And I had my emails set up. So I always set up an abandoned cart sequence. Typically, it's about 2 to 3 emails after someone abandons cart. And then I do a browse abandoned cart in Shopify itself. Essentially, if someone views a product, even if they don't add it to their cart, if they just leave the website, it sends them an email based on their IP address. Very techy, but it works. So that's one thing that I always do. Now, over the last week, I didn't get any sales though from my email sequence, so I was kind of bummed out about that. But I know in the long run, having that set up, will definitely help me get more sales. But over this last week, I didn't get any sales from my email sequences, but I definitely recommend that you have those in place as you start to scale your store. Now, once I had everything set up, I had my website set up, so the social proof was good, SEO, all the standard best practices of having a good Shopify website. And then I had, my email sequences set up. It was finally time for me to send traffic to this store. And what I decided on was just to use Instagram solely. That was going to be my main focus. Because number one, I had already ran ads, using Instagram. So I felt like if I would just turn these engagement ads over to sales, conversion ads, they would perform pretty well. And number two, I was just being lazy. I didn't want to create a whole bunch of video content. I didn't want to create TikTok style content. So that was pretty much the main reason. But if you're starting out, I would recommend, testing TikTok organic because the reach is crazy. But I just wanted to go against the grain and try something else for this particular store and for this test. And then also, I'm just really good at Facebook and Instagram ads. So I was like, what the heck? Let's see what happens, okay? And so that's what I did. I created a bunch of static images just to have on the actual Instagram page itself. And then I just reused some of the ads that I was already running for the product when I was testing it out, but I turned them from engagement ads to just purchase conversion ads, okay? Now, when it comes to how much I actually spent on the ads themselves, I spent around $180, and Facebook actually attributes 12 sales out of the 22 sales that I got, to the Facebook ads themselves. Now, when I look at the back end of Shopify, it says that all sales came from Instagram and it was all organic, but I don't really know what is the truth here, right? But pretty much all the sales came from Instagram. And I want to say that the ads helped get all the sales, even if it didn't directly influence every single sale. I definitely think it helped tremendously since Instagram was the only platform that I was using and the organic content really didn't do well at all. Overall, I'm very happy with the success of this product thus far. If you want an updated video at the 30-day mark, just let me know. Just comment down below and I will definitely try to make that video for you. And if you want to know the exact strategy that I always use to scale and test products, check out this video right here.